Welcome back. LT Volk here with episode 11 of Final Fantasy Tactics The Ivalice Chronicle Tactician playthrough. And in this episode we're gonna continue going in the Orbone Monastery, going to the Vault's 3rd level. So without further ado, let's do just that. And see what kind of trouble we'll find ourselves in. Alrighty, let's got 5 units as usual. Gonna grab Halstein, Arabella, Cassandra, and Agrius this time. Mustadio didn't really do too well on our previous fight. Yeah, let's grab Agrius.
Ever ready.
And we're ready to commence the battle, yes sir.
To battle!
Ramza Beowulf. The mongrel follows our scent. Mayhap it is for the best. I, Isalude Tengil of the Knights Templar, draw my steel in the name of the Father, the Holy Apparitions, and Saint Ajora. You will return the stones you carry, heretic.
Return? You speak as though they are church property, but the gods intended them for all men. Hear me, Isalude, and hear me well. The stones belong to the people. The church has no claim to them. All I will offer you is mercy, and naught more. Lay down the stone you've taken, and you may flee with your lives.
I've no more need for your mercy than for you. My blade will teach you a lesson in humility.
Alrighty, and that's our objective, just defeating him.
Why do you persist in this foolish resistance, Ramza? Ah, wait. I dare say I can explain it. Though you are a Beowulf, you refuse to follow the example of your lord brothers. The reason? You live only to defy those you should obey. Some would blame your illegitimacy, but I would venture it was your choice. For all you were blessed with, you allowed your bastard birth to embitter you. By expressing your anger through defiance, you came to define your very nature.
Belittling others is clearly in yours, but you could not be more wrong about mine. It is because I am a Beowulf I do not heed my brothers. The Beowulf name stands for truth and justice. It is not a tool to be used for selfish gain. My Lord Father devoted his life to the defense of our people in the 50 Years' War. Countless soldiers took to battle beneath our banner and made the ultimate sacrifice for the kingdom. We fought for justice then. Righteousness was on our side. House Beowulf cannot now turn from its purpose and fight for the interests of a corrupt crown and self-serving aristocracy.
You would speak of justice? Full oft it is but greed dressed in noble finery. If you truly believe as you claim, then fight with us. Help us tear down the monarchy and nobility both. The Church of Glabados envisions a world devoid of class divides. A world where all men can live as equals. Saint Ajora spoke of such a utopia. It is the promised land he foretold. Fear and doubt worry the hearts of the people, leaving small room for fealty. You see this. Ivalice lists Ramza and threatens to found her. Should we fail to right her course, this storm will claim her.
It is the church that churns the waves. You orchestrate this entire conflict. You claim war to be the proper course for Ivalice.
Change does not come without cost. Revolution requires martyrs, and we require revolution. The crown is rotten, the nobility corrupt. They must be made to pay. The people deserve their justice. Help us deliver it to them, Ramza. Join us, as your once friend Delita has. The Father bear witness.
And there we go. Isalude was trying to psychoanalyze us.
Were it justice you desired, I would gladly help you see it done. But what you truly want is power. Power beyond that of any army. You would free the people only to enslave them anew with the demonic power of the stones.
Demonic power? The Zodiac Stones are gifts from the gods. We would use their divine miracles to guide the people to greater glory. There is nothing demonic in that.
Few would consider it divine miracle when a man is made a demon. When Cardinal Delacroix offered up his body and soul to the Auracite, it transformed him into a Lucavi.
What nonsense! The only demon I see stands before me. You, who murdered the Cardinal for the stone he possessed. Not that he would have lived long, gathering them behind our backs as he was.
My turn.
Alrighty. And for the enemies, there are some archers, couple knights, and Isalude himself. Let's see if we can check what kind of items he's got. Platinum swords. Yeah, I don't think we need to steal any items from him. How about this summoner? Nope, nothing special. Alright, Ramza's gonna move right next to the summoner and attack him with his swords. Hopefully reduce him to very low health. Yep. And now Arabella's gonna come on up and finish this summoner. Just because he can do a lot of damage to my party. Very good. And now Cassandra's turn. And let's see, height 7, 11, level 23, 23, 21. Let's try doing target level, prime. And that's gonna affect 2 of the enemies and Ramza, huh? No, perhaps not. How about target level multiples of 3? That will get Agrius, but will affect 2 of the enemies. No, not that. Let's try CT. That's just gonna affect Isalude, so that's a possibility. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Just nuke Isalude with the CT Prime, and then Holy. Let's do it. Alright, did some really good damage there, and now keep moving forward. Cassandra.
Onward.
Agrius gonna continue moving forward as well. And then she's gonna wait.
Right.
Here comes the knights. And he is using a monk ability on Hallstein. Fortunately, Hallstein can heal himself up. No problems.
What's next?
There is Daniel Radcliffe coming in. And we've got one of the archers firing on my character. And another one's firing at Arabella. Hallstein's gonna summon Gollum to get us protection from all of the physical attacks. And then gonna move over here to the flank. Alright, one of the archers hit Arabella and she healed herself.
Victory is near.
And here comes the golem, which should negate the damage to my character from the second archer.
The Father bear witness.
And Isalude is moving forward still.
Come then.
Agrias is gonna move forward and use her Judgment Blade on these two enemies. There we go. Doing decent enough damage, and she actually stopped one of the archers, which is really great. Ramza is gonna move up here, and then he's gonna use Steel on Agrias just to bump up her permanent bravery.
Hold nothing back.
Very good.
Where am I needed?
Arabella, I need you to start dancing. And then move into the corner.
It's time.
And we're gonna have Cassandra try the same thing as before. But unfortunately, Isalude's CT is different now. Alright, I think she's just gonna do Prime and once again Holy to nuke that archer. Even though he is stopped. Orbital Bombardment. Did great damage. Now we have one of the knights moving forward. And another one doing the same. Roland is firing on Ramza. And once again, Golem does a great job in stopping any of the damage. Hallstein's gonna use Rousing Melody to speed everybody up. And then wait. Isalude is gonna be jumping on Arabella.
Time for a show.
And Arabella is slowing down some of the enemies.
Your fate is sealed.
Time to meet my
And
maker. Right.
unfortunately, that knocked out Arabella. Alright, Agrias, move up here, use your Judgment Blade to finish off one of these archers and damage the
This
second
fleeting
one.
life. Cling to it not.
What have I done?
Oh, it actually didn't finish him off, but kinda put him in a critical state, low health. Here comes the knight, attacking Agrias.
Take this!
And Agrias
I
is
must
using
concentrate.
her first strike ability to attack first. Ramza, go ahead and finish off this Ingram guy.
Finished!
And Cassandra will use Raise on Arabella. Arithmetics, target level, multiple of 4. Arise, full HP. Alright, sounds good. Let's do it. And actually I'm gonna try to cast it on a whole bunch of characters, which are all gonna be misses because they're obviously alive. But that one actually brought Arabella back to life. Very nice. And now move this away, Cassandra, away from Isalude. And Isalude is gonna be jumping on Arabella again.
What to do?
What I need you to do here, Holstein, is actually recast Gollum. And then... wait. We got that enemy knight casting the ranged monk ability on Ramza, who heals himself up right away.
I won't stop now.
I won't be beaten.
Alright, recast the Golem, so we got some more protection. The enemy archer is targeting Cassandra, but the Golem should block that. And actually, it blocked Isalude's attack as well. That's good. Alright, Agrius, do your Judgment Sword on Radcliffe. Hopefully it's gonna stop him. Nope, didn't. That archer did hit Cassandra though. Because it's Gollum only protects you from a certain amount of HP, or it blocks a certain amount of damage. Up here, let's use Tailwind on Ramza
Every bit helps.
to speed himself up. Arabella, once again, do the slow dance and start moving this away towards Cassandra. Cassandra is gonna use her arithmetics and try to target some of the enemies here. Nope. Not that either. Alright, what's Isalude's level? 26. So that's multiple of 4. But that's gonna affect too many people. Let's see, maybe target experience. No. And that would target too many of my allies. Alright, we'll just take care of that knight. But once again, nuking him was holy. It's a pretty powerful spell. Even though it's actually nerfed in this game for the remake. In the original, I think it did full damage to the enemies. Here it does half the damage. And Isalude is gonna be jumping on Arabella again. Halstein, recast Gollum again, and wait.
Now I'm ready.
Yeah, Gollum is a very, very useful summon. And we'll have Agrius finish off that archer with her Judgment Blade. Or damage him, rather. And stops him as well. Very good. goes the Golem, and Arabella does her slow dance right afterwards, which slows down Isalude. And got that Shockwave, the Monk ability, which can be very annoying. Okie dokie. Cassandra, why don't you start moving towards Isalude so you can perhaps hit him with one of your magic spells. Let's go with fire, just because.
I must concentrate.
Ramza is unable to get towards him. Alright, let's just grab the crystal here and acquire all of the abilities here, which is quite a few. And then wait.
Leave this to me.
Arabella continue dancing. And Isalude is attacking Holstein.
Not make it.
Who is able to heal himself up afterwards.
It's up to me.
Alright. Continue casting Golem there. Holstein. And then wait. Yeah, that didn't really work because Isalude moved before the spell. I should have checked the initiative order, but I'm a little bit rusty. So, mistakes were made. Let's just say that. And that particular dance attempt didn't work. Alright, finish off this archer for me. Agrius should be able to do it this time.
So here it ends.
Yep,
My lady.
very good.
Come on.
And then we'll have Ramza just attack Isalude with his swords.
How can this be?
You wretch!
And then Isalude does a counterattack.
I will not be bested by this heretic. But nor can I fail to deliver the stone. Though it shames me to withdraw, the mission must come before honor.
Isalude, wait!
Alright, not too bad. And once again, got some items.
Were I to claim them?
Yes, yes, we know all that.
I've experienced.
And now we're coming back up to the first level. Alright, let's go. Once again, let's bring Holstein for his Golem
My turn, is it?
ability, Arabella,
I'll do what I can.
Cassandra, and Agrius
Very
again.
well.
At the ready.
Let me go!
Isalude, I will secure the monastery. Take the girl and go.
Come, no need to struggle now.
Ramza! Help me!
There he is. Listen well. Our adversary may be young, but you underestimate him at your peril. As a scion of House Beowulf, he is passing dangerous. His were the hands that slew Cardinal Delacroix. Gird yourselves well for battle.
Milguda, my dearest sister.
You will soon be avenged.
And Wiegraf's using his Judgment Blade,
Not yet. What was that?
which does quite a bit of damage. Alrighty, Arabella and Cassandra heal themselves. And I think up here we're just gonna try and Alpha Strike Wiegraf with everybody. Cassandra is healing herself, which is great.
Wiegraf, you live. But why do you now wear the raiment of the Template?
It's been a while, Ramza. Much has happened since last we met.
Then you were a warrior who fought to make your dream reality. Now you are only a thrall of the Church.
What troubled sleep have you known to speak of my dreams? What hardships did you endure as you supped from a silver spoon? No matter how sweet, a dream left unrealized must fade into day. How then can a dream become real? How can it be made manifest in waking reality? The answer is power. Only with great power can great ambitions be realized. And only by surpassing my betters can I attain such power. My defeat to you awakened me to the truth of this. You think me a thrall? So be it. Your envenomed words serve to succor me. For when at last you yield, as you must, their poison will consume you.
Come on.
Alrighty. Ramza, go ahead, get behind Wiegraf and start attacking. Actually, let's check something real quick. Doesn't have anything interesting, but he does have that counter ability. So he's gonna attack Ramza back. Thankfully, Ramza was able to evade that attack. Arabella, do your slow dance and move away from Wiegraf. Cassandra is gonna try and hit Wiegraf with one of her nukes. So he's got level 27. So we can do a multiple of 3 for the level, or multiple of 3 or multiple of 5 for CT. So let's try it. That's gonna hit a lot of characters plus Agrius. No. Yeah, there we go. And we'll use Old Reliable. Holy. Doing really great damage. And you also move out of the way there. Sandra. Agrius gonna get to the flank and attack Wiegraf with her swords. Dang, that wasn't good.
Now is the time.
But Wiegraf is almost out of health, so I think Hallstein should be able to use his summon to finish him off.
Come on.
Alright, let's summon Shiva, which should take out Wiegraf. And then move to this flank, Hallstein. Black Mage casts fire on Ramza,
I cannot fall.
who heals himself up.
I'm just getting started.
Now, Arabella does her slow dance and hits 2 out of 5 enemies. Not great, not terrible.
Stronger than ever.
3
I
round
pity you, Wiegraf. I truly do. Even as a man of broken dreams, you might still have been remembered fondly. Your ideas lifted the people, showed them the cracks in the time-worn facade of the aristocracy. You acted on your convictions, and so ennobled those actions. That is why so many rallied to your cause. You strove to realize your dream by the sweat of your brow, and so made it sacred. But now you defile it in your pursuit of power. You cannot truly believe that the Church shares in your ideals. You are not so naive as that. No. Deep down, you know the truth. What would Milyuda and your fallen friends think of this barter you've struck?
Silence! I will not suffer Milyuda's murderer to invoke her name. What would you know of striving by the sweat of your brow? You who yet cling to the Beowulf name! From birth you have wanted for nothing! You cannot know what it is to live the meager life we do! Reason may trick you to believe you do, but your heart can never know! Harsh is the world in which we live, harsher still than you can imagine. You have neither right nor reason to pour scorn on me! Defeated. Again. No. I refuse to lose to you. I am a Zodiac brave. The bearer of Ares. I will not fall so easily.
You would flee, Wiegraf. Where have you gone, damn you?
And another easy victory. Sounds good.
Were I to claim...
Yes.
I've
Wiegraf! You're wounded.
Go. Do not tarry here for me. Deliver the stone.
Alma! Release her!
Go! Now!
Forgive me, Wiegraf.
Wait!
Is this how it ends? Unable even to avenge Milyuda. I have failed her. Failed them all. A bitter draught. So much left. Undone.
The Orside. It speaks. Yet the voice seems to come from deep in the earth.
Life undying. Is this the stone's great secret?
Wiegraf, no! It means to deceive you!
Whoever you are, I submit. Is this the wonder of the Aura sight? Nay, 'tis the power of darkness.
Wiegraf?
Magnificent the power of the gods. By darkness all is sated, all fulfilled. With perfect wisdom I now clearly see. The truth, a black abyss beyond light's reach. You hurry toward your end, alas, too soon. Such power! Such power!
Elder, what are you?
I had to bring you this.
A book?
Written by one of Saint Ajora's disciples. Germanique, the betrayer. Though its existence has been rumored, nary a soul could attest to having seen it. In truth, it is lain under lock and key in the monastery's vault, marked a forbidden tome. It chronicles the true tale of the Zodiac Braves and Saint Ajora himself. No detail is omitted. It exposes the deception of the Church, that its doctrine is founded upon lies. That is why we fear it so, and have kept it hidden since the beginning.
Please, Elder. You'll tire yourself.
I have lived a life of sin. All these years I have turned a blind eye. I told myself it was to protect the faith. But in truth, it was to protect myself. I continued to teach what I knew to be lies. And in so doing, I begat this tragedy. Heed me well, Ramza. This book possesses power. How you use this power is your decision and your burden. You may offer the book to the High Confessor's men in exchange for Alma's freedom, or you may reveal it to the world and undermine the Church, thereby thwarting their ambitions.
Elder Simon.
It is done. My mind is now at ease. The rest, Ramza, depends on you. You truly are the very image of Barbaneth in his youth, you know.
Elder Simon. No.
Alrighty, we got some more reading materials, so let's check it out. Reading materials,
New
there we go.
discoveries awaiting even the most dog-eared of tomes.
A historical account of Saint Ajora's life, recorded by his disciple Germanique. Its very existence has long been denied. I opened the scriptures of Germanique entrusted to me by Elder Simon, and began to leaf through the pages. The words before my eyes were writ in holy script of the ancients, far beyond my ken. Several illustrations were scattered throughout, but many pages were missing or damaged, and the script was exceedingly difficult to decipher. As I turned the pages, faintly penned words in modern evolution script occasionally caught my eye. Notes of an explanatory nature had been added here and there throughout the book, all written in the same hand, though exactly whose I could not say. A faint scent of ink rose from these notes, and as I touched my finger to one of them, the writing smeared. It seemed to have been penned only in the last few days. I then realized that these transcriptions were most likely Elder Simon's work. He must have devoted a significant portion of his life as a custodian of the underground library to deciphering these scriptures, line by painstaking line. I relied heavily on his fragmentary notes as I continued reading. Apparently, the Holy Script has been recorded by Germanique, but who was that? The name struck a familiar chord, and a half-forgotten history lessons rose unbidden in my mind. And then I remembered. Germanique was the disciple of Saint Ajora, who betrayed his master, turning him over to the Holy Edoran Empire, and in so doing ensured his name would live in infamy. I was astounded that a librum penned by the same Germanique from my history lessons now rested in my very hands. Saint Ajora was a child of the gods, descended from the heaven to deliver humanity from its self-inflicted chaos. But his prophecies was the word of the divine imparted upon mortal men. After his death, these teachings formed the basis of the Church of Glabados, its name meaning to obey God, in the holy tongue of the ancients. The Church's influence later spread through the Ibelis and further afield to Ardalia, Romanda, and beyond. The deeds of Saint Ajora are known to all, and yet I would seek to learn more of his remarkable journey. Saint Ajora's birth came some 1200 years ago, in the midst of a golden age of technology, when airships yet plied the skies. He was born in Lysalia, in the city of Bervenia. Moments after his birth, he rose to his feet and approached a well. Upon reaching its base, words of prophecy poured forth from his infant lips. A calamity shall soon befall this well. Seal it up at once, that none may drink of it. Some days later, a plague descended on the town of Bervenia, and all those who drank from the well succumbed to the contagion and perished. Only those families who heeded the prophetic words of Saint Ajora were spared from malady and death. After the incident with the well, the people came to revere Saint Ajora as a portent of miracle and a child of the gods. Then, at the age of 20, his life was cut short. The circumstances surrounding his death are closely tied to the legend of the Zodiac Braves told through Ibelis since ancient times. To trace the story of these fabled warriors, I must delve yet further into the past. Ibelis was not always united as it is today. Long ago, the realm was divided into 7 domains: Favoham, Lionel, Limbury, Lysalia, Galleon, Zeltania, and Moland, each warred with the other in a never-ending struggle to expand its own territory. It was the age of feudalism. This conflict has continued for centuries, until an ambitious young king rose to power in Moland. This young monarch dreamt of uniting all of Ivalice under his hand. But the road to victory was a difficult and dangerous one. The king turned to ancient tomes and the dark magics found within, summoning a demon from the netherworld to do his bidding. But once unleashed, the demon slew the king and set out to destroy the very world itself. To combat this monstrosity, a great hero set out on a quest. Together with his 12 comrades, he collected the zodiac stones that had been scattered throughout the world, and thereby formed the Zodiac Braves. These warriors soon defeated the demon and its minions and banished the creature back to its infernal plane. Their deeds came to be told as the legend of the Zodiac Braves. The Zodiac Braves have since appeared whenever the world balanced on the brink of catastrophe, only to vanish just as quickly once the crisis has been averted. Similar catastrophe threatened the world in the time of Saint Ajora. The liege lord of Limbury summoned a demon in hopes of seizing control of all of Ivalice and once again plunged the world in chaos. And just as in the legend, Saint Ajora collected the 12 Zodiac Stones. Once again, the Zodiac Braves rose to defeat the marauding demon. Thus was Saint Ajora hailed as the world's savior. However, the sovereigns of any age have small tolerance for the interference of well-meaning heroes. Saint Ajora's fame drew the ire of the Holy Edoran Empire, which dispatched soldiers to capture him and his devoted followers. Pharism was the prevalent religion in that day, and its priests feared Ajora's growing influence. Ultimately, Germanique, the 13th disciple, was tempted by sordid coin, offering vital information that led to his master's capture. The saint was executed upon the gallows of Galgalata soon thereafter. But lest we forget, Saint Ajora was a child of the gods. The wrath of heavens was swift and terrible. Immediately following the execution, Muland, the center of Farah's teachings, was visited by a terrible cataclysm. The skies rained blood and a storm of golden lightning ravaged the city. The very earth trembled, and with a thunderous roar, Muland sank into the sea. This was the legend with which I was familiar, the very same tale told to every child of Ivalice. But Saint Ajora described within the scriptures of Germanique was a different man altogether. Ajora was no child of the gods. He was a mere mortal, no more divine than you or I. He was a revolutionary who fought to realize his own ambitions. He was no lover of peace, no hero who would sacrifice himself for the good of humanity. Germanique wrote of him, as the founder of a new religion with a rising number of followers, Ajora was seen as no more than a nuisance to the empire. But to the slaves and the destitute, who suffered most under the imperial rule, the fair treatment and equal opportunities espoused by Ajora appeared as a ray of hope, and he as their savior. But Ajora was apparently more than just a religious founder. He was a saboteur who infiltrated enemy states to collect information and sow disorder. Ajora was a spy, dispatched to the Holy Yurdan Empire by a rival state. His teaching, the faith they inspired, and the influence they wielded were but contrivances to enact the downfall of the empire, orchestrated from within its borders by Ajora himself. But for all his guile, the Imperials were fully aware of the threat that Ajora posed. Germanique was employed to collect evidence that would allow the Empire to arrest Ajora as a spy. the 13th disciple was in reality no more than an Empire's instrument in a play to uncover Ajora's true intentions. It seems that Ajora indeed attempted to form the Zodiac Braves. Germanique confirmed in his writings that Ajora even discovered some of the stones and had entrusted them to his closest disciples. But what was his purpose in forming the Zodiac Braves anew? I do not know if the Liege Lord of Limbury actually summoned a demon. Elder Simon's notes speak of his doubt on the matter, and not a single line within the scriptures seem to record the event. Nevertheless, it appears the catastrophe in which the great part of Mulan sank into the sea did indeed coincide with Ajora's execution. The footnotes provide further enlightenment. They express a different view, no doubt the personal opinion of Elder Simon. Although many spoke of their existence, none had ever set eyes upon the scriptures of Germanique. Some might say they are fraudulent, written with the sole purpose of discrediting Saint Ajora. But I know the stone to be authentic. When I served as an inquisitor for the church, those in its upper echelons feared the existence of this work, and the same is no doubt true for his high confessor. They were all fearful of the writings, for everything contained within them is fact. After Saint Ajora's death, the church, which had capitalized on his considerable influence to seize the power for itself, had only one task: to conceal his true nature as a human being. This one fact had to be erased from the annals of history. They needed to ensure that Saint Ajora be remembered as the child of the gods. Their use of the Zodiac Braves, a legend believed throughout the continent, was a stroke of genius. It was a simple feat to convince the people that Saint Ajora had led the Zodiac Braves to defeat a demon that never existed. I realize now that I had lost my faith in the moment I began to read the scriptures, and yet I feel no sorrow. Thinking back, I now know that my desire to know the truth was stronger than my faith had ever been. But above all, I am as guilty as any involved in this great travesty. All these years, the church has concealed the truth and lied to our flock. Though I am compelled to condemn these acts, I cannot bring myself to do so. Even were I to bring the scriptures before the people, the church would not stand idle. In all likelihood, I would be accused of heresy and burned at the stake. But that is not true reason for my inaction. This library is everything to me. It is a treasure beyond compare, the only means of slaking my endless thirst for knowledge. If I were to share this book with the world, my precious library would be taken from me. I cannot allow it. To be separated from my tomes, I cannot think of no pain greater. In the end, my curiosity eclipsed my will to do what was right. Within these pages lies the truth hidden by the church for so many years. The miracles of Saint Ajora were naught but lies, and he but an ordinary man. By interweaving the events surrounding Ajora's death with his mendacious teachings, his followers fabricated a means by which to seize power. But is that truly all there is to know? Elder Simon wrote that Saint Ajora's demon never existed, but I have seen the dark power of the Zodiac Stones with my own eyes. There is an evil presence at work, something much more sinister than even the High Confessor and his twisted plots.
These
Alrighty.
tomes. I'll be waiting.
So there we go. we're able to read through the tome. And actually, let's level up some of our characters here. I think actually, yeah. Halstein already knows everything he needs to know. Arabella can probably learn a couple new dances. Let's do mincing minuets to do some damage. What else? Forbidden Dance, Glass Waltz, Witch Hunt, Polka, and Heathen Frolic. Alright, so now she actually knows all of the dances. Very good. And Cassandra, why don't you start learning the second tier of the spells? Sounds good. And finally, Agrius, learn all of your special abilities, your Holy Knight abilities. And that should be good as well. And actually, I think it's a pretty good spot to end the episode. It's been about an hour. On the next episode, we're gonna head to the merchant of city of Dorder and see what happens there. As always, thank you for watching and hope to see you again soon.